Welcome back, everybody. BJ here from BJ Drinks Beer, back for another Saturday night with BJ. I wasn't feeling that great earlier, so we'll see how many drinks I can actually put back before I have to call it quits. But getting started here with one. Not going to tell you what it is because it's coming up later. Um, but yeah. So let me. I guess I'll shut up and finish this, and we can get started. Right. In the meantime, see if they're still loaded up here. Yes. Okay. Next Saturday, Mount Holly, New Jersey. Uh, the return of PWU studio session. This is going to be an amazing show. I can't wait. Wow. Yeah, and I think Tuesday night, Danger Ginger and I on the other channel, BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, are doing a preview show for that event. So everybody tune into that. One more sip. So I'm thinking I'll get started with a THC beverage. I have a couple to choose from in there. I haven't even thought about which one I would like to try first, so I'm just, I guess, gonna randomly grab one. I can't even remember what I have in there right now. I know there's a couple beers, a couple THC beverages. I was really craving an IPA earlier, and I was going to do an IPA tonight, and I forgot to bring it home from work. So super disappointing. I don't know if I'd be in the mood for a West Coast tonight anyway. It was a West Coast, but yeah. So I don't think I have any IPAs tonight, and with beer, when you've tried as many different styles as I have so consistently, you get weird cravings. Like the last 2 weeks, all I've wanted was a coffee cream ale, and while I didn't get that because there weren't any, really available to me, there was a very, very good coffee porter that I absolutely love that is back for the season. So, and uh, that'll be coming up later. I have a 6 pack of it. Why not? I have a few beers that I definitely want to try, and then a couple optional. Um, but yeah, let me take this sip and go ahead and set up. See, this is what I like. Black ink on a white background with nice big font. See how easy that is to read? All right, so this one this one is from Rhythm. 10 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD. It is a mango pineapple seltzer, I believe. It's carbonated, hemp-derived THC beverage. Relaxing THC beverage Kush. So we got 60 calories, not bad. 12 grams of sugar, not the best. 10 added. Ingredients: carbonated water, cane sugar, mango puree, concentrate, natural flavors, malic acid, pineapple juice, concentrate, citric acid, sodium citrate, potassium citrate, fulvic acid, magnesium glycinate. Okay. Potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate, hemp-derived cannabinoid emulsion, Himalayan pink salt, theanine, fermented Reb M. Okay. I don't know what most of that stuff is. Oh, and it's actually manufactured in New Jersey. Okay, all right. Edison, New Jersey. Very nice. Find your rhythm. For over a decade, Rhythm has cultivated cannabis that enables your flow state, allowing you to connect with the present moment. Now, we're bringing that same obsession to Rhythm Kush, our relaxing hemp-derived THC beverage, crafted to help you unwind and chill. And just for the heck of it, user instructions. Start slow and feel your flow. Enjoy half of a can, and then more as your tolerance allows. Best served chilled. All right, well, already right off the bat, it's got some color to it, which is good. If it were very, very transparent with just a hint of color, I would imagine that the flavor intensity wasn't going to be there, which in most cases just doesn't work for me. Not as carbonated as most seltzers, but definitely got some bubbles going on the nose. It's haunted. See, I told you, it's haunted. There we go. On the nose, mango. Let's give it a try. Very sweet. Not so it's not extremely sweet, but it's sweeter than I expected. You get a little bit of tartness from the mango, but then mainly what I'm getting there is that sweetness. Sorry, DG. I don't know. Maybe I said something to offend him, and he doesn't stop in anymore. Who knows? We'll find out next week. Oh yeah. That mango that mango flavor definitely comes in very strong. The tartness is very extreme, but then it fades very fast and leaves you kind of just with a sweet aftertaste. Uh, my facial reaction there is to the tartness of it, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just my taste buds have acclimated to the flavor yet. What's up, man?
Rick Blade, where are you?
I don't know, man. I told you, man. Maybe I said something to offend him. Who knows? He hasn't stopped in like a month. Maybe he's training hard.
Which, by the way, speaking of training hard, catch us Tuesday evening at BJDG Talk Wrestling here on YouTube for our preview show for TWU Studio Sessions in association with APP.
I did plug it already.
Well, I'm here, I just got the notification 9 minutes later, because YouTube, you are very efficient. Good job.
Oh yeah, it was almost right off the bat. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rick. Did I say something to offend you, Rick? I'll make it up to you.
I mean, that's what I came on to do, and I forgot through mobile, it instantly throws you on. It doesn't put me backstage.
Yeah, that's why if I want to pop on, I have to just pop on.
Yeah, just real quick as well. I was just hanging outside with the puppers, which for whatever reason you can barely see.
Yeah, it's pretty dark out there.
Oddly enough, you see me just fine. So let me see if I go around like this. Hey,
I
hi.
see his outline, or her
Her.
outline, rather.
Say hi. Oh,
There you go.
oh, which it was which camera I used. I didn't know that in the options for mobile on anything. I've always picked whichever one. The pupper
Right.
making an appearance of Saturday Nights with BJ. Because why not?
Oh yeah. Not the first dog on my channel. I interviewed a dog in my Zed's video.
Yeah, man. So THC drinks tonight, huh?
Right now, yeah. I think next I have a cider. I have a cider lined up next, and then after that, maybe another beer, and then back to THC.
Very nice. Sounds like a solid plan for tonight, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, see how long I can keep it up. My stomach wasn't feeling the best earlier. Thank you.
I just noticed there was nothing there at all. I'm like, that's weird.
I think we were messing with it last week.
Yeah, nah, a lot of traffic coming by. Ah, there we go.
What's that?
Oh, I said there was a lot of traffic coming by.
Oh, got you. Hey. Hey.
The takeover. It's the Danger Ginger takeover. Get used to it. I'm invading everywhere now. We taking over through this stuff. Better be ready.
Whew.
But yes, sir. Have a good show.
Thank you.
I'll log back onto YouTube and be a mindless zombie in the chat.
Just waiting for Rick.
Yeah, Rick Blade, where are you? We need some type of promo from you or something, man. I'm just saying, I got an exclusive video we're going to be showing from Pat Dynamite.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Apparently, you got some footage, like a ton of footage. Apparently.
I got a decent amount. I got an okay amount at the moment. I've gotten, gone through the permissions and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. All right.
But yeah, man. Oh, whoa! We got a viewer all of a sudden. Rick Blade, is that you? That's what I want to know. Rick F. Where in the world is Rick F. and Blade? It's like trying to find Waldo at the moment on the last page with all the other people dressed like Waldo.
Rick Blade's kind of like a Brock Lesnar. Like, you don't hear from him. He just kind of shows up, does what he's got to do, and then you don't hear from him until the next time.
You know what? I thought we were more respected by Rick, I guess not after the last show, We'll say we're each a quarter of the current SPO champion. Because if it wasn't for us picking against him, there wouldn't have been a fire lit under his ass to defeat him for that championship.
We are the SPO champion.
Hey, well, that would make us a quarter of the last SPO champions, because now it's the PWU East Championship, which
True,
I do
true.
believe could be the branding. I'm not fully sure, but I do know it is now the TWU championship.
Yeah, it feels good to be a part of history.
Yeah, and you got my message yesterday, right? You saw my message?
Probably.
Oh, I'm just saying I have your ticket for the show.
Oh, great. Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Okay, I was actually wondering about that yesterday.
Yeah, it's an actual physical ticket.
Cool. Well, I
Yeah.
have a feeling I'm going to show up to town early and make my way down. Hit a couple stops on the way.
Yeah, I figured you would. Pending what time you get here, I might just roam around with you a little bit, pending, because
Cool.
I won't be directly there watching the action.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have your hands full.
But yes, everybody, tune in, enjoy this guy's reviews here on his THC and Daddy Soda beverages. As Dave McGregor likes to call beers, Daddy Sodas. Absolutely love it. Nice shout out for Busted Open. Just saying. But yeah, man, have a good show. I'll go hop over on YouTube. Well, back to
Cool,
YouTube.
man.
And
Have a
again,
good
Rick
night.
Slade, where the hell are you? We need to talk to you, man. We need some comments or something before Tuesday. Maybe he'll
Yeah,
go back. Maybe he'll go back and watch this, and then see like, oh, they've been asking about me, man. 2 weeks in a row, I've been here. 2 weeks looking for you, Rick. Where are you? You know, where are you? All right, brother.
All right, man. Talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. All right, where was I? Now that my mouth has got acclimated a little bit, it's definitely balanced out. I can actually taste it without reacting first. And I mean, great flavor. He's taking over. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And while you're at that, why don't you give my other channel a follow? Scroll, there we go. Whoa. BJ and DG Talk Wrestling. Wherever Sunday at 5, we do a live stream where we talk about everything that went down in wrestling over the course of that week and much, much more. If you've had this one or anything else from Rhythm, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it. This one sounds interesting, sounds good, sounds like something you might want to try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you would like to find this one, I'm sorry, I can't help you there. I don't. We don't carry this at the store, and I don't know if we're going to have the space to bring this in anytime soon, so can't help you there. Rating. Yeah, once the taste buds got acclimated, I mean, excellent flavor with this one. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Not the best I've had, but pretty close. Yeah. This is my first experience with Rhythm. I may have had one other from them, but if so, it didn't stand out. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying a little bit more of what they have to offer. And that's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. But stick around. We're just getting started. Go ahead, do it up, producer. I'm sorry, Ray.
Has anyone seen this man? If you have any information, please contact. Oh, whoa. YouTube playback. But yes, has anybody seen this man? Please let us know immediately.
He's very reclusive from what I hear. So this one I'm super excited to try out. It's a cider, and I don't drink a lot of ciders, but I don't know. This one definitely caught my interest, and it's not just because it's called Zombie Killer. It's by Bee Nectar, and it is a 5.5%. Let me try that again. Oops. Yes. Awesome can. Give me another look at that. All right. So this one is a 5.5% hard cider with honey and cherry. 221 calories per can. Oh, I can't drink this. 221 calories per can, 30 grams carbs, 22 grams sugars, 22 grams added sugars. That's a lot of sugar. That's okay. Ingredients: apple juice, honey, cherry juice, potassium sorbate, potassium metabisulfite to prevent re-fermentation. Okay. So this one, apparently it's very popular. I'm not a cider guy, so I've never heard of it until recently. But super excited to try it. Sounds amazing. Let's go. All right, about the color you would expect. Got a little bit of redness, from the cherries, but mainly, it's about what you would expect. On the nose. Sorry. On the nose. On the nose. Picking up hints of the honey, but the cherries coming through very faint. The apple base definitely coming through. But yeah, nothing really stands out too much. Let's give it a try. Yeah, this is very, very good. A little sour up front. The cherry flavor is a little more sour than I expected, but it seems like the honey's doing a very good job to dull that down. Yeah, not too bad up front. Less of like a Luden's cough drop cherry and more of like a darker cherry, if that makes any sense. Yeah, as expected, the honey's not coming through very strong. Typically, honey in beverages, you don't really taste the honey so much, but the honey just intensifies or dulls the other flavors, and that's what's happening here. You get a little bit of sweetness from the honey, but it's not really adding much to the flavor. Weather. Very easy drinking. The lack of carbonation obviously is going to add to that, but there is a certain thickness to it, and between that thickness and the sweetness, it's not one where you're constantly going to be coming back for another sip. It's kind of one where you're good for a minute, let those flavors settle. There's no bitterness whatsoever to dry you out. Yeah, I wouldn't quite call it refreshing. I think it's a little too hearty to be considered refreshing, but it does have an excellent flavor to it. Once those cherries settle down, or once your taste buds acclimate. Gonna burp. Sorry. Okay, now that my taste buds are to the point where the cherry's a little more toned down, I am picking up a little bit of the honey flavor on the back end. Yeah, like while I wouldn't quite call this smooth and easy drinking, it is very, very flavorful. But yeah, it's just too. There's too much to it, uh, to really be that easy drinking. There's way too much flavor going on. Not that it's like difficult to drink or anything, but I have to take my time more between sips. Is what I'm saying. So this is my first experience with bee nectar, uh, and I got to say I don't drink ciders often, but I'm definitely enjoying this one. Uh, we're coming up on cider season, and it seems even if you're a beer drinker. And like me, you get super sick of the Oktoberfest and the pumpkin beers. This is a style that could you know you could throw in there every once in a while during the fall, and it could be really enjoyable on like a cold night. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, this is my first experience with bee nectar, and I'm definitely looking forward to trying more of what they have to offer. In fact, I think I have another one from them in the fridge now, but maybe I'll hold off on that, see what else. You know, maybe I'll do that another night. So, rating. So I don't have too much of a basis of comparison for ciders, and just I don't really drink too many, and especially when I do, they're not really flavored ciders. Like besides just a straight up apple cider, the only cider I've had recently was a cider donut flavored cider. So this isn't so much of a comparison, which is good. It's more of a rating of just what it is. So having said that, I'm going to give this one a 3.5 out of 5. While the flavor is very, very good, it's just a little too sweet. And that tartness up front, it takes me until about halfway through the actual drink until I can really taste what's going on, until, my taste buds aren't freaking out. So yeah, 3.5 out of 5. Um, but having said that, this is one that I could definitely see getting every once in a while just to like have in the fridge. This is something I could see being in the mood for every once in a while. And with the added bonus of it being a cider, so there not being any gluten, gluten-free options are never a bad idea. Once in a while, um, the less gluten you take in, the better off you're going to be. And there's a ton of gluten in beer in general, so laying off of that once in a while and having a couple ciders might be a good idea. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. But stick around, you clown. I got more coming. I got THC beverages. I got another cider, maybe. I got more beer. I got all kinds of stuff. I don't know what it is because it's all in there. And I'm not over there, so I can't see what's in there. Whoop whoop. All right. I will be back in just a minute. Until then, sit tight, enjoy the tunes, and don't go nowhere. What am I feeling? Yeah, let's do this one. Oh. I have no idea what that means. Yeah. I don't have one. I guess that would be a good idea. I never thought of it. I just put up my my John. Oh, I have a new one. I'm not gonna do that right now. Music. All right. So every bubble in my throat. So every week I get people asking me, have you been to the new Magnify yet? And I'm like, no, because it's been open since July 12th, I believe. That's like 2 months. So it's been open like 2 months. And true. Um it's been 2 months it's been open. And it went from like, oh, I can't wait for this place to open. I can't wait for this place to open to I can get there any weekend. It'll always be there. Because it is one of those places that'll always be there. It's huge. They make excellent beer, you know. So I figured I would at least try some of what they are pouring nowadays. And so I picked up Refresh Pilsner. Clean, crisp, American style Pilsner. This one's a 5%er. Craft brewed in Fairfield, New Jersey. This one was not brewed locally, I don't think. It may have been brewed locally. I don't know. They just started brewing in the new facility. So who knows? I don't know. Anyway. And for my choice of glass, I chose to go with the other good brewery in Medford, Kings Road. So and Pilsner glass, why not? All right. That was so perfect. I was so worried that I was gonna like drop it or spill it. Like that. I'm proud. I'm proud of that. Anyway, as you can see, it's about the color you would expect from a Pilsner, maybe a little darker. You get the carbonation going on down there. You got little bubbles going on. Nothing major. Uh, on the nose. Maybe it's just me. Okay, let me start it this way. So there's definitely the sweet breadiness that you would expect from a Pilsner. But in front of that, and maybe it's just me, I'm picking up like a very like I'm picking up a note of peanut butter. Yeah, like legit, like yeah, it's like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich without the jelly. I mean, and I know obviously there's no actual peanut butter in this beer, and I don't know what that they would use to create this beer would cause that note, but it's baffling because I've never had a pilsner even that had that aroma whatsoever. The closest thing is maybe like a Martin, like, but not even. Anyway, on I already did that. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that peanut buttery flavor is there. Um, it's more so a natural peanut butter, not a sweet peanut butter, but it's definitely there. And I am getting that more than I'm getting the sweet breadiness. I actually am so curious about this that I have to look at the composition of this beer and see if I can find what is in it, like what malts and so on. Why do I have alerts? Oh, okay. Weather. What is this called? Refresh Pilsner. You would think I would do research and like look these beers up on Untapped or like Beer Advocate before I do videos, but I like going in blind. There we go. Yeah, no one's really mentioning the peanut buttery flavor, so maybe that is just me. Yeah, I mean they're saying like honey biscuit malt, and I guess I'm getting that, but like I'm getting straight up like natural like unsweetened peanut butter. Not a lot of reviews on Beer Advocate, and I can't exactly find the information I'm looking for on this one. But biscuit and light cracker, would you call me? Um, yeah, I don't know. They're saying biscuit, cracker, floral. That's not what I'm getting at all. This is like it's definitely whatever malt that they're using with this one. Because I don't think this is a flavor that hops would produce. But yeah, it's like your typical pilsner. It's just there's that crispness, Christmas, crispness, and then instead of fading into the hoppiness, the bitterness that you would expect from a pilsner, it kind of fades into like just a peanut butter breadiness. I mean, excellent flavor. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing at all. It's just very unique. I've never come across a pilsner like that. Then again, I have been drinking a lot of hoppy pilsners lately and staying away from any pilsners uh, that have a lower IBU. What's the IBU of this one? I'm good. It was still open. They don't list that either. Great. Yeah, I can look on Untapped. Yeah, it says like these people's reviews, soft bitterness. Like, yeah, I'm not getting that at all. I guess soft, like soft enough where you don't notice it, sure. But yeah, I cannot find the information I'm looking for. I wish they would list on the can like Tonewood does. Tonewood lists all the ingredients in the beer on the can, and I think that's amazing. I always like to know what hops they're using. I always like to know what malts, the yeast, the original gravity, if they want to put that, the IBUs, like that's, we need this information, and they're not giving it to us. But anyway, as it is, take another sip. Yeah, very smooth. Loving the flavor. I guess the peanut buttery is what people are calling biscuity, but it goes beyond biscuity. I mean, it's already bready. I don't know. I'm off it. I'm off the peanut butter thing. I'm done. Yeah, very soft on the palate. Um, Very crushable. Absolutely very crushable. I would actually prefer this one if it were available in 6-pack, 12 ounce. That's just me. If you're enjoying this video or finding it helpful or informative, why don't you go ahead and drop a like? It helps with the algorithm and it makes me smile. And while you're at it, why don't you give me a follow? Oh, it went away. Here we go. My name is BJ. Why don't you give me a follow? My name is BJ Drinks Beer, and I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And while you're at it, why don't you give my other channel a follow? BJ and DG Talk Wrestling, where every Sunday at 5 we have a live stream discussing the events that transpired in wrestling over the course of that week. And there's much, much more than that. So why don't you go ahead and give that a follow and check it out. Rating. This is one unique Pilsner. Bready up front, minimal bitterness, but very, very just rich and malty, very peanut buttery, very malt forward. Uh, yeah, this one is one you just can't compare it to other Pilsners because it's not really like a lot of other Pilsners out there. So you're getting an accurate rating, and that accurate rating is a 4.5 out of 5. I think this one is absolutely amazing. And if this one were, say, like a 5.5, maybe 6%, a little more full flavored, a little more, I think this one would be just absolutely amazing. But as it is, it's definitely doing the trick. 4.5 out of 5. Oh yeah, I didn't do that. You enjoying this video? Oh, that's why I didn't do that, because I got distracted because the logo wasn't up there. Right. Uh, what do I always say? It's like There it is. If you haven't had anything from Magnify, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. You will not be disappointed. That's not what I meant to say. It starts with if you're enjoying this video. I'm blanking now. I guess this stuff is finally starting to kick in. What do I say? If you have any questions, blah, blah, blah. You would like to find this one? Well, yeah. So I can't remember my lines right now, which is embarrassing. But so yeah, if you think that this one sounds interesting, maybe this is something you might want to give a try. Maybe you have some questions. Why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you have had this one or anything else from Magnify, why don't you go ahead and leave it in the comment? If you've had this one or anything else from Magnify, why don't you go ahead and leave a little something in the comments and tell me what you thought about it? I remember it now. If this one sounds good, sounds interesting, maybe it's something you might want to give a try, maybe you have some questions, why don't you go ahead and leave them in the comments? If you would like to find this one is now available at Joe Canals in Marlton. I just rated it. Why am I doing this backwards? Yeah, when I get around to editing this, it's going to be fun. Yeah, so if you haven't had anything, this is like that movie Memento or something. If you haven't had anything from Magnify, I definitely if you haven't had anything from Magnify, I definitely recommend check out. And now I can't talk. If you haven't had anything from Magnify, I definitely check. If you haven't had anything from Magnify, I definitely recommend you check out some of what they do. You will not be disappointed. Main Event, their flagship IPA. I could drink that every day. Excellent stuff. And when I'm in the mood for a West Coast, Vine Shine never does me wrong. And you know they have all kinds of crazy stouts and sours and other stuff. Sorry. So no matter what it is you're into, I'm sure Magnify has got you covered. I need to end this review, not this stream. Well, that's all I've got for this time. Until next time. Cheers. And if you haven't been to the new brewery in Medford, New Jersey, I haven't either. So I definitely, maybe when I eventually make it there, I'll see you there. Who knows? But I've heard from everyone that it's amazing, and I can't wait to check it out. All right, done with this video. Oh, what do I got? I have another cider in there that looks really interesting. So it's either that. There's a couple beers, one of which I bought it. Both of which, over the course of this week, I bought 6-packs. Like my personal beer that I don't review. You know, the stuff that I keep to myself. I gatekeep. Uh, as someone so politely put it this week when I was talking about the situation. So maybe I'll bang out one of them, maybe both. I don't know. I'm starting to feel the alcohol a little bit. I definitely want to do the cider next because I totally forgot about it until like right now or when I checked the fridge earlier. But it's been a lot of alcohol tonight, so maybe. Well, I don't know. The night is young. I'm going to. I don't know what I'm going to do. Yep. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Okay. I don't have to finish this right away. All right. I will be right back. I'm going to use the restroom and then set up the next beverage, so it might be a minute, but I shall return with another beverage. Welcome back. This is probably going to be my last beverage of the evening. Yeah, I'm not quite feeling 100%, so this is going to be the last one of the night. So this one is from High Five. It is a black cherry THC seltzer, 5 milligrams THC per can. Zero calories, zero fat, zero cholesterol, zero sodium, zero carbohydrates, zero sugar, zero protein. Ingredients: carbonated water, natural flavoring, citric acid, THC emulsion, water, gum, acacia. I can't see that. I don't know. This print is pretty hard to read. They printed it very small. Contains coconut oil. Okay, yeah, I can't see a lot of that, but that's what I was trying to read right there. No sugar, zero calories, gluten free, zero hangovers, 1% for the planet. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. Yeah, we do. I think I might even jump on to the pregame a little early just to like run through things. There's so much. All right. I can only hope so. No color to it, but a little bit cloudy. Wouldn't really expect it to have much color on the nose. Wow, flavor's coming through big in the aroma for it pretty much having nothing going on, like number wise. Like I guess that natural flavoring is what I'm picking up. That's awesome. Let's give it a try. It's like someone got like an eyedropper of black cherry juice and dropped it into a gallon of carbonated water. Like that's pretty much the flavor here. It's I'm glad I remembered Worlds Collide last night and this morning. Yeah, when I say very mild flavor, that is an understatement. This is barely flavored water. Um, it there's literally nothing to it, like, and it's very mildly carbonated as well. Like as you can see, we don't have a lot of bubbles going on. Some condensation, not a lot of bubbles. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So very mildly carbonated, and like I said, when I say very mildly flavored, that is an understatement. I what? I don't know what that's in reference to, but no. Taking bumps. Did I say taking bumps? And if I were to ever say something like taking bumps, it would be in the wrestling context. There's other ways people could, you know, misunderstand what I was saying if I ever said that phrase. Oh no, yeah. Yeah. Did someone spot Rick Blade? He hasn't said anything in the chat. Just did you see the Raven clip with Cardona where Raven like didn't know who he was? That was some funny S word. Yeah, there's that guy. He was from New York. He did a bunch of YouTube videos. Yeah, this one, like, the flavor is so faint that, like, if you didn't tell me it was black cherry flavored, I wouldn't I would just think it was just water, like carbonated water. Let me rate this one. So I'm not going to do the whole spiel because honestly, I'm starting to not feel great right now, and I have a feeling that I wouldn't be able to hit my lines. And when I say hit my lines, I'm just kidding. So high five. This is the first thing I've had from them. If everything I've had from them is like this, I'm sure like some people out there are really gonna like it because it's just like you're drinking nothing. But if I'm drinking something, I want to feel it. I want to know I'm drinking something. This just isn't doing it for me. As far as a rating, I'm gonna say 2.5 out of 5. Like there's like when you reach deep down in there, the flavor that is there, it's okay. It's not. There's not much to it. It's pretty much, and have a good night. Yes, tomorrow. Yeah, 2.5. It's flavored water, and when I say flavored, that's an overstatement. So yeah, this is my first experience with them, and if everything they do is like this, I'm not very interested. And this is something that we don't currently have at Joking House in Marlton, and this is a sample. Based on this sample, I'm not very interested in bringing them into Joking House in Marlton, but you know, if anyone out there wants them, maybe I can work some magic and bring them in. But yeah, this is a dud right here. I'm super disappointed that I'm wasting valuable space in my digestive system with this liquid when I could have been drinking a beer. There's another cider from B Nectar that I am super psyched to drink, but it's not going to happen tonight. That one is I think it's like a chai kind of thing. I don't know, but it was like Big Lebowski inspired. So, you know, of course I want to try that. There's that. There's oh, yeah. So next week, since next Saturday night will be the wrestling show that I will be at. Friday night with BJ. I think that's what I'm gonna go for. Friday night with BJ, same time, same channel. Yeah, I have a couple beverages left over from this week, and I have some Oktoberfest stuff because Saturday is the official start of Oktoberfest season. So I have some Oktoberfest beers that I want to drink and review. But all that's going to happen next Friday, not Saturday. I'm actually going to schedule it probably later tonight, maybe not. Who knows? But yeah. So I'm going to shut up and get off here. I don't even think I'm going to finish this. I'll take a couple more sips, but like I'd rather drink uncarbonated water that doesn't have flavor. It's like clearly Canadian, but not as flavorful. If showing my age there, as if the gray in my beard doesn't. But yeah, everybody, like I said, stay tuned next Friday for Saturday Night with BJ on Friday. And then if anyone can make it out to Mount Holly, tickets are going fast, but there's an amazing wrestling show. There's an amazing wrestling show that I'm going to be at that this promotion hasn't been around in like 20 some years, 20 years, something like that. So yeah, everybody check that out. And yeah, I'm going to like lay on the couch and well play some video games and do all that fun stuff. So everybody have a great rest of your weekend. And until next time, cheers.